Dun 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 dun. All right, we're back with another episode of Two Brothers Review. Yes, I'm still alive. Sorry it's been so long with the content. Life got busy. Plan to make more in the future. All right, so we've had a few new Marvel releases since we last did this. So, as per usual, we update our rankings. We'll just go off our rankings, and when we get to a new one, we'll give our opinions on it. All right. And as always, Tanner starts first.
32, Incredible Hulk.
32, The Incredible Hulk.
31, Iron Man 2.
31, Thor: The Dark World.
30, Iron Man 3.
30, Doctor Strange.
29, Thor: The Dark World.
29, Thor.
28, Ant-Man.
28, Iron Man 3.
27, Ant-Man and the Wasp.
27, Hawkeye.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
This is wow.
It's very entertaining for what it is. I enjoyed the Hawkeye Kate Bishop relationship. I think she's a great character. Love seeing them bring in Kingpin, but I just wish he had played a bigger role. You know, he comes in right at the end, and then I don't think he's actually dead, but the way they kind of
he's not dead.
Kill him off like that, right away. It's just I enjoyed it. I was
gonna say he's not dead.
I just feel like I don't know, there were just some there that I just didn't enjoy it as much as the other ones. But I am probably the only person that enjoyed the post-credit scene, though. And probably the only person that
I hated the post-credit scene. I'm sorry. I hated it.
I want a full Rogers the Musical.
I was so mad about that.
But yeah, and who doesn't love Jack?
Right? Jack was awesome.
The whole thing, everything they do to him, and he's just smiling and enjoying himself the whole time.
He's having a great time. He was happy to be there.
Right.
He was just happy to be there.
But yeah, I like the development with Clint's family and everything.
Oh, definitely.
And Tony was right. Laura was an agent.
Yeah, he was an agent.
Yep, Tony was right. Again.
Yelena makes her grand debut as like a not like a villain, but like an anti-hero.
Right. So
I would say.
So she's back. I enjoyed her and the whole fight with Hawkeye and Kate. And
yeah.
That was all really well done. Again, it's not that I didn't like it. It's just didn't like it as much as the other stuff.
Fair. 26, Avengers Age of Ultron.
26, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
25, Thor.
25, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
24, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
24, Ant-Man and the Wasp.
23, Spider-Man Homecoming.
23, What If Season 1.
Okay.
So, I enjoy What If as a whole. I like the whole the idea of what happened if this has been different. I enjoyed all the little episodes. I even liked how they tied it all together at the end, so it was kind of an overarching thing, not just these individual self-contained episodes. But I think its weakness is it's not tying into our main timeline, so it doesn't do much to build upon what we already know. It doesn't expand the lore, but it's a great. I like the alternate history aspect of it, so I really enjoyed it. But
I feel like the show did Ultron a lot of justice compared to the movie Age of Ultron. Like what if Ultron had won? Like that was like awesome. Like to see when he got the Vision body, literally cutting Thanos in half with the Mind Stone.
Right.
Could have saved us at least 8 movies. But I have to agree with you. It doesn't really fit in well with the main timeline and what we know already and have already established. So I can see that in parts.
And also, there was even one episode we didn't get that was delayed because of the
Gamora episode.
Yeah, so. But yeah, enjoyable, but doesn't really further what we already know. So.
Right. Okay. 22, Eternals.
22 Eternals.
I wanted to love this movie so much more than I did. I really, really did. Going into it, I mean, none of us really knew what any of these characters were about. It's like, where do they fit in, honestly? Like, are they going to bring in Galactus with the Celestials? Or, because I know each Celestial has, like, their own thing. Like, the whatever, the Destroyer, the Savior, the Galactus could be the Devourer, if you think about that. Gemma Chan was awesome as Cersei. She was great. Icarus. Sprite. I didn't like Sprite. Gilgamesh was awesome. There's just so many things. I don't really know. Like, this movie was just, I don't know. I enjoyed it. Don't get me wrong. I haven't seen a bad Marvel movie yet, but I don't know. I feel like it could have been a little bit more. Like, it could have been something bigger. I do like the after credit scene with the Black Knight and Blade. So that'll be fun to see where that goes. We'll probably get Midnight Sun soon.
All right. So first, I want to address the two things that really hurt its ranking. First, you're supposed to be movies the whole family can enjoy. They shouldn't have sex scenes.
True.
I mean, I think a good guideline to follow: if your movie has Happy Meal toys, it should not have a sex scene, no matter how brief it is.
Yeah, that's true.
Second major thing: your big sympathetic victims of genocide were the Aztecs, the Assyrians of the Americas. That's who you picked to be your victims of the evil white genocide, evil Spanish conquistadors. And it's a bit like saying, "Oh, look how horrible the American and British soldiers were to those poor Nazis."
Yeah.
I mean, really, it's like, of all the groups you could have picked, you picked the Aztecs. the people that daily sacrificed human beings to the sun, cut out their hearts, and drink their blood. Yeah, those were the victims.
Yeah.
Okay. But regardless, like you said, loved Gemma Chan as Cersei. Fantastic job, great actress. I did like the world building aspect of it, bigger backstory. Possibly an alternative reason for why Thanos did what he did.
Mm-hmm.
Stop the Celestials, possibly, maybe. There's that aspect. Like I said, liked Gilgamesh. I loved Kingo.
Oh yeah, Kingo was awesome.
All the rest of them are trying to hide and blend in everybody. Not him. He makes himself a
Oh, he
Bollywood
stands out.
star.
Oh, hell yeah.
Bollywood star, and disappears for a while. Then he's and the son of the last guy. His career going.
I think he'll come back, Kingo. I think he will be back because he mentioned in the movie about how he was friends with Thor thousands of years ago and growing up, used to follow him as a kid. So I think he'll be back. I think Kingo will be back.
He brings Kenner with him.
Oh, I'm sure he will. Somebody's got to document everything,
right? Okay. Also, okay. If you're gonna have twist villains, they have to be Hans from Frozen. As soon as our very first scene with Icarus, I only know what Danner said. I don't trust this guy.
Yeah.
So I knew from the beginning Icarus was gonna do what he did. He was gonna be a bad guy.
And he flew into the sun.
Yeah, Icarus flew into the sun. That was I get that. I understood that reference.
So yeah, it's just really low on the list. Like I said, I wanted to enjoy that movie a lot more than I did. Like I said, none of these movies are bad. I was just really looking forward to it. And I was kind of disappointed.
Yeah, like it probably would have been higher if not for those two major issues I mentioned.
Right. 21, Falcon and Winter Soldier.
21, Iron Man 2.
20, What If, Season 1.
Okay.
So, kind of going based off of what we said a little bit ago. Doesn't fit in the main timeline. I do like the Doctor Strange episode because I think that's going to play a major role, honestly, in movies to come. Specifically, this next movie coming out in May. But overall, it's a fun little animated series. It's a fun animated series. Captain Carter, there was a big role in that.
Steve was the first Iron Man.
Steve was the first Iron Man. Go figure. But like you said, it doesn't fit in the main timeline, so it's just kind of out there. This was 20.
Okay, 20, Black Widow.
Okay, you got it low.
Yeah. So, first of all, thank you, Scarlett, for a wonderful decade. We love you for everything you did with Natasha. We love the character. It was a great ride. Thank you for doing it. Yeah, I love the introduction of Yelena. She's a great character. Mm-hmm. She's glad to see her as a new Black Widow going forward. They did her great. So I really did like the whole Dreykov was basically M. Bison.
Yeah,
he kidnaps and brainwashes little girls to be his assassins.
Yeah.
Like, I know this good. But I enjoyed Red Guardian.
Red Guardian was awesome. David Harbour is awesome. I love David Harbour in Stranger Things. He's awesome. I think he's great.
Yeah, that guy. That was hilarious. Who would have thought I would have liked the communist Captain America, right?
Right? Go figure.
There are a couple of things that I didn't get, like why were some widows have to be deprogrammed and some didn't? I mean, Yelena's not that much younger than Natasha. Why would she go through it and Natasha wouldn't? So there were some things that just seemed kind of different, like didn't really make sense to me.
Right.
Maybe that's me. I need to watch it a couple more times, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, so there was that. It was nice to finally find out what happened in Budapest.
Yes.
I mean, I would prefer to have actually seen instead of just the
Flashback.
throwaway line about it was a 6-day show. So I wanted to see the 6-day show with Hungarian Special
Yeah.
Forces.
Yeah,
That would have been
okay.
awesome. But,
Okay.
but yeah, it's a nice movie. Explains Natasha's backstory, but I don't think it really added as much as it could have.
Yeah. I'll talk about it more when we get to it on my ranking.
Okay.
19 of the Marvels of the Avengers.
Okay. 19 Ant-Man.
18 Captain America, First Avenger.
18 Loki season 1.
Okay.
Yeah. So this was probably the one I was the most excited for. What was the Loki series?
Oh, Loki. I was. Yeah, definitely.
I was so hyped for this.
I think everybody was.
Yeah, it was just so well done. I love Mobius. Because almost in the MCU, and Mobius is a great character. I love Alligator Loki.
Alligator Loki was awesome.
Yeah, seeing all the different variants, everything, and the TVA and why everything has proceeded the way it does, and
The different branches of the timelines.
yeah, so explaining all that, how all that happens, and how we're getting now, kind of explaining how we're getting a multiverse now, because now we're past the threshold.
The introduction of Kang the Conqueror.
Yep.
I'm excited for
Yeah,
that.
so did a great job really setting up the next phase, as well as just giving us some great times with one of our favorite villains. So,
Definitely.
yeah, so solid series. Can't wait for season 2.
Yeah, it's going to be a great one. My 17 is Hawkeye.
Okay.
So, back to what we said. The relationship between Kate Bishop and Clint Barton it made the entire show.
Yep.
It really, really did. I've liked Haley Steinfeld since she was in Pitch Perfect all those years ago. I agree with the Kingpin thing so much. Like, I don't like how they introduced him at the very end. I feel like he could have played a lot bigger role in the series. And then there's no way Kate Bishop could take Kingpin one-on-one. I'm sorry, it was cool to watch, but there's no way in reality. But Kingpin is for sure.
Yeah, this is the guy who goes head-to-head with Spider-Man, who's strong enough to bend steel. So
yeah, for Kate Bishop just to come and flick him and just blow him up. No way. And he's not dead. He'll be back.
No.
Kingpin will be back.
Maybe he'll be an Echo.
He'll definitely be an Echo. I think Echo is a prequel series to Hawkeye. So, Hawkeye at 17.
Okay. 17 WandaVision.
16 Spider-Man Far From Home.
16 Black Panther.
15 Doctor Strange.
15 Captain Marvel.
14 Captain Marvel.
14 Shang-Chi and the Legends of the Ten Rings.
Wow, you have this low.
You think that? I thought I had it on the higher end.
I think it's okay.
Okay.
Let me hear you out.
Okay, so good job, Marvel. You made a better Mortal Kombat movie than the past couple. Any of them weren't the first one. A better Fantastic Beasts movie than The Crimes of Grindelwald.
Haven't seen any of the Fantastic Beasts movies.
A better live-action Dragon Ball than Dragon Ball Evolution.
We don't talk about Dragon Ball Evolution.
But yeah, this was just a fantastic movie. I loved it so much. That how well the fight scenes were choreographed.
I was going to say this is one of the most beautiful Marvel movies we've gotten in recent years.
Right.
It's still aesthetically beautiful, and I love the origin story. I didn't even know who Shang-Chi was. I was like, okay, here we go.
It was.
And then I watched it and I'm like, oh my god. Like it was just beautifully done. Aquafina was a great role player.
She was hilarious.
The Mandarin.
Yeah,
You got to see Trevor again.
Trevor's back. Morris with him.
Morris was awesome.
And we get the real Mandarin, and I think they did him so well.
They did him justice.
A fairly sympathetic villain, I think. Not just not just a bad guy, but some guy who actually has motivation for what he's doing. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. Again, I loved all the martial arts. The fight scenes in this thing were probably the best we've seen in the MCU.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, so I enjoyed that. I liked how it was a superhero movie that wasn't so superhero movie. You know,
Right.
there was enough. I feel like there's enough real martial arts in there to kind of ground it more in reality. I mean, yeah, they fight Abomination. They still have the rings and portals and everything, but still probably more realistic than a lot of the other movies
Oh,
here.
definitely,
So,
yeah.
But yeah, I absolutely loved this movie. I thought
it was so beautifully done. I cannot wait to watch it again.
Yeah, it is just awesome. I have nothing but good things to say about this one.
13 WandaVision.
13 Thor Ragnarok.
12 Guardians of the Galaxy 1.
12 Guardians of the Galaxy 1.
11 Black Widow.
Okay.
So I think this, like you said earlier, this was a send-off for Natasha's, and this was an introduction for Yelena. I'm really excited to see what Florence Pugh is going to do with Yelena's character in the future, what they're going to do with like the new Avengers, and we need a show about Kate Bishop and Yelena. We need that so bad because their chemistry was just perfect on screen. Red Guardian, he was great. I was so disappointed with Taskmaster though.
Yeah.
You didn't talk about Taskmaster at all. That was so disappointing.
Yeah.
Just not a whole lot to say about this movie besides it was just a send off for ScarJo.
Yeah.
So that's really about it.
Yeah. I forgot to mention they kind of shortchanged Taskmaster compared to how awesome Taskmaster was in the comics versus what we kind of got.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a Deadpool and old Origins Wolverine.
Yeah. Yeah. Which we won't talk about.
Okay. 11 Iron Man.
10 Black Panther.
10 Captain America: The First Avenger.
9 Thor Ragnarok.
9 The Avengers.
8 Iron Man, the first one.
8 Avengers: Age of Ultron.
7 Loki.
Okay.
I have Loki really high. I liked it. I really, really did like this show. I thought it was so well done. Like we said, we were so excited for it. I liked Sylvie. She was a great like co-star, even though it was like himself. Excuse me. Like I mentioned before, King the Conqueror. I'm really, really excited to see what he's going to be in, what his future in the MCU. The passing of the Threshold. I just think it's going to be so good. I cannot wait for Ant-Man and the Wasp and Quantumania. I think it's going to be so good. The different types of timelines. You do see Peggy Carter for like a split second. Like to see how it splits off and everything. I'm excited for the future, the multiverse. And yeah.
Okay. 7 Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Okay. 6 Captain America and the Winter Soldier.
6 Spider-Man: Far From Home.
5 Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings.
Okay.
I really do believe this, for me personally, this is a top 5 movie. This was so beautifully done, a perfect origin story, again, martial arts. The aesthetic that they used, they even said that they were inspired from Dragon Ball. Just everything about this movie was just beautifully done. You hit the nail on the head, really. I don't really know much else to say.
Okay.
So that was 5.
5 Captain America: The Winter Soldier.
4 Avengers Endgame.
4 Captain America: Civil War.
3 Captain America Civil War.
3 Spider-Man: No Way Home.
Okay.
Yes.
How wonderful was this movie? This movie was amazing. That's just one word to describe this movie. This movie like summed up our entire childhood.
Right.
And we got everything we wanted. This was a fan service movie for sure. It was just so beautifully done. It was so great to see Alfred Molina come back and Willem Dafoe, Jamie Foxx. It was Toby and Andrew. Andrew got his redemption. I was so happy for that.
Yeah. So all of you out there who for the past months talked about how great Andrew was, but spent the better part of the last decade saying the opposite, you know who you are. You need to fill out the apology form.
Yeah. That'd be okay. So here's my thing. I didn't hate Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man. His movies were just very poorly written, and they could have. He's a great Spider-Man.
He's amazing.
He is the amazing Spider-Man. He needed to hear that.
Oh, I'm so lame compared. I loved how meta this movie got with between the three of them. I'm so lame compared to you guys. No, you're amazing.
Toby, my back. Andrew's pretty good at cracking backs.
Yeah, including Toby Thankwood. Yeah, that scene where he saved MJ and got his redemption. That was so beautiful.
Just the camaraderie between the 3 Spider-Men was perfect. Like everything about them their conversations were just perfect.
I thought it was gonna be you.
The memes.
They made the memes real.
It's just a beautifully done movie.
It's as emotional as Endgame. My gosh, Aunt May dies and the whole theater starts crying.
Yeah.
And then
It was an emotional roller coaster. Aunt May dies, and then the very next scene, Andrew and Toby are there. Like, what are you doing?
And then there's no way home because he has no one left. He lost Aunt May. No one remembers who he is. He doesn't have Happy or MJ or Ed. He doesn't have anybody.
So he has no way home.
Yeah, and I got Doctor Strange talking about how everyone who knows and loves you, he said we.
Yeah. So
Doctor Strange loves him. Oh,
I get the feeling Doctor Strange still knows that Spider-Man is still, or that Peter Parker is still Spider-Man. I get that feeling. And here's a kicker for me. Didn't they say it was only on Earth, that everybody would forget who Spider-Man was?
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't read too much into that because world can be subjective. Like, if we're talking about world as in cosmos, well, that basically means an entire universe. So
I think it might just be Earth. Personally, I think it's just Earth because who's not on Earth? Captain Marvel, the Guardians, Thor, Nick Fury. None of them are on Earth, but we don't know. We'll
see. But yeah, so much about this movie, and I could probably just keep going on, but for the sake of time, just say, wow, what a beautiful movie. I loved it so much. Not what I expected, but definitely not disappointed.
Yeah.
I will say it does cloud things up a little bit with the alternate realities and bringing them into the MCU, so it does muddy things up a little bit, so I'm not great on that, but in terms of what we did get from it, I'm happy with it.
Oh, absolutely. 2 for me was... Avengers Infinity War.
Okay. 2, Avengers Infinity War.
Number 1, Spider-Man Far From Home.
I cannot believe you put a Spider-Man movie higher than I did.
This is my favorite.
That's the first.
This is my favorite Marvel movie ever, honestly. This gave us everything we wanted in a Marvel movie. We get Charlie Cox coming back as Matt Murdock. He's going to get the black suit. He's getting the black suit soon. And I think it's perfect. I think it's setting up Secret Wars. So we're going to get that. We're going to get the Fantastic Four. It's setting up so much. Like I said, Toby and Andrew coming back was just our childhood relived. And everything about this movie was just beautifully done. And I absolutely love this movie. Mm-hmm. I've always loved Spider-Man. He's been one of my favorite superheroes for as long as I can remember. Just everything about this movie was perfect. And I want to go see it again.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. I wonder, Ned's magic. I think maybe this might be a magical hobgoblin instead of a technology-based one. Think about it.
Think about that, yeah. I didn't even think about that, because Ned did say, I will never try to kill you.
Yeah. But now they don't know who each other is. If Peter gets the black suit, that brings out some negative emotions. What if Ned and MJ start having a thing?
I don't know. I feel like I feel like MJ is going to disappear, and we're probably going to get Felicia Hardy, some of his other girlfriends, Black Cat, people like that. So
yeah, who knows?
So we'll see.
They left it open to do more. I know Tom Holland said he wants to take a break and everything, but
he's already been renewed for another trilogy. So he's already coming back for another trilogy.
So yeah, we'll see what that trilogy holds.
Yeah.
All right. So my number 1 was Endgame. So yeah. All right, so we'll take a break, do the magic of math, and then come back with the combined rankings.
A few moments later.
Okay, we're back. So, using the magic of math, here are the combined rankings. 32, The Incredible Hulk. 31, Thor the Dark World. 30, Iron Man 3. 29, Thor. 28, Iron Man 2. 27, Ant-Man and the Wasp. 26, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. 24-25, tie between Ant-Man and Falcon and the Winter Soldier. 23, Doctor Strange. 21-22 is a tie between Eternals and Hawkeye. 20, What If. 19, Avengers Age of Ultron. 18, Black Widow. 16-17 tie between Spider-Man Homecoming and WandaVision. 15, Captain Marvel. 13-14 tie between Captain America the First Avenger and the Avengers. 12, Black Panther. 11, Loki. 10, Guardians of the Galaxy. 8 and 9 is a tie between Thor Ragnarok and Spider-Man Far From Home. 6 and 7 is a tie between Iron Man and Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. 5, Winter Soldier. 4, Captain America Civil War. 3, Avengers Endgame. And 1 and 2 is a tie between Avengers Infinity War and Spider-Man No Way Home.
Huh.
All right. So, as long as there are more Marvel movies, there will be more episodes of this series. So, check back after we have some more movies to go over. Like, subscribe, ring the bell, check out Tanner's channel on Twitch, all that good stuff.
Go, web, go. Fly. Up, and away, web.